Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is,
Diana,
I'm told it's episode 385.
385.
God, we literally just said that.
Assuming I've numbered these correctly.
I hope so at this point. It's a Sunday. We already promised ourselves we weren't going to babble and then proceeded to babble.
Oh, absolutely. Of course we did.
uh, Yo, that's going to be one of those days.
Oh, yeah.
What are you drinking today?
I have some decaf coffee with the really good local milk in it.
Me too. Only you have a reasonable human-sized cup.
I have a Diana size cup. It is actually an 8-ounce cup.
I
I've
have a
measured the
mason
mushroom
jar.
cup is about 8 ounces.
It's a full French press.
Yeah, I did not drink a full French press.
This is my
This is
second
actually eight
mason
ounces.
mason jar of liquid for the day.
I've had plenty of water, but this is
I
the
was
only
gonna be
coffee.
a reasonable adult. I was just gonna have a reasonable size cup of decaf coffee today. And then I just went and made a whole mason jar's worth.
Yeah, as you
That
do.
sounds about right. As I do.
I do that too sometimes, so
Just, I've already had a reasonable human sized, Jocelyn sized cup of green tea, and I've already had a thing of water. So like I'm doing fine liquid wise.
oh
Doing
yeah.
fine liquid wise. So it's good. Okay, I don't have a ton to talk about this week. How about you?
I have one, two, three. I have three.
Excellent. I will talk about three, and then we'll be even Stevens.
Whoa, okay. You're not gonna whip out 16 finishes?
No,
I mean, it's only been a few days.
it's
From
literally
our
been days.
perspective,
It hasn't even been a week. Come on now.
it has been less than a week. This is
Come on
Sunday
now.
for us, and we're live on Wednesday, so it's been 35 Saturday, but four
It's
days?
yeah,
5 days?
it's not been that long. I mean, I can crank out projects with the best of them. I can't do it that fast. I have things that need to be done, like physio appointments and stuff, people. I have been working and continue to work on the Halloween, or sorry, the 100-day Halloween craft along, crochet along. That's C, crochet along corner to corner blanket that Alt Knots is doing. She has a beautiful paid for pattern that you can purchase. I think like my brain people could still join, right? Because you could absolutely still join. It is a corner
Yeah.
to corner blanket, and it has a antique TV on legs with antenna, and the TV window has ooze flowing out of it. It's a very cool
Very,
pattern.
very 80s kids horror movie.
Very 80s kids goosebumpy kind of horror kid
Oh, that's
movie.
it. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Goosebumps. Yeah.
It's got a
I've
Goosebumps
never read a
vibe.
Goosebumps book.
You are so weird. I
I should read a Goosebumps book.
You really should read a Goosebumps book. So I didn't want that. It doesn't fit my living room or my Halloween aesthetic. So I am doing a striped version instead. So I'm just alternating two rows of this Burnett beigey tweed colorway and
Hmm?
whatever random ball of scrap colored yarn I find from the from the plastic tote of worsted weight acrylic scraps. And I keep going, and all I do is, or we're still growing. So it just the rows get longer and longer and longer and longer. But I do it in the morning while I enjoy that cup of green tea after my yoga in the morning, before I start my day. So I've done today's already, and I found that just works perfect. But I can't fit the whole row on the screen anymore. Straight up. We're getting a bit long, which makes sense because there's like 70-ish days left till Halloween. So you can like even fold it in half. I'd have to lean to get it into
Oh my
frame.
goodness. This is gonna be
Like
massive. This is like a queen
it's gonna
size
be
bedspread.
not even close. Not even close. Like if this was a queen size bedspread, I would still be in the bottom third of the bed.
Oh,
Whereas I'm reaching like the
okay.
halfway point with this. We're closing in on the halfway point. Because if you think about it, when we get down to 50 days, I'm decreasing.
Hmm.
So I only have another 30-ish days of increases. And we do move from two rows to one row a day here shortly.
Hmm.
So the increase profile slows down as well. So that is a question I get to ask myself because I'm just doing a basic stripe. Do I go and aim for a very like aim for a large couch throw? I just do 2 rows every day till we get to the 50 days and then decrease 2 rows every day.
That is up to you.
I would make an excessively large couch throw, but I am nearly 6 feet tall, so like an excessively large throw is not a miss in this house.
I don't think an excessively large throw is ever a miss.
I
Better
mean,
than
I'm
excessively small.
it's way better than it being like small or like just a touch too small. Yeah, I'm gonna increase 2 rows every day till day 50, and then I'll just do the decreases down. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good. I'd really, it's technically this is one side edge, so like we're not even a full arm double armlet length. We're just like the edge of my wrist to my shoulder. So we're just getting into comfortable drape over a person width. Like
Love
just.
that so much. It's so good.
So so I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm very excited. I'm very happy with this. And it's good because then I can sit down and do something and then I'm done that for the day. So it's been a really good way to break down a larger project. And I am contemplating doing that with some of my other larger projects when I'm done this. It means I talk about them for a while, but really I would anyway.
Well, yeah,
For the
but
record,
then they actually
the
get done.
fuzzy dragon, the fluffy dragon, she's napping. I can hear her snoring.
So cute, little kitten snores.
Oh yeah,
Well, cat snores.
she's got the
It's so
adorable
cute.
cat snore. She's got the adorable cat snore. All right, so that's my first one. Ta-da!
All right. Shall I
Good
talk
stuff.
about new thing from the thumbnail?
Yeah, go for it.
We did whip sprints yesterday,
Mhm.
and it was voted that I should cast on a new thing with Wild Abandon. So
Like we do.
I wound a bunch of mohair
Mhm.
and I started a swatch, and it's so fuzzy. I actually don't mind it marled together like this. The initial thought was to stripe dark green and white together.
Okay.
So like thick stripes of dark green and white, or maybe thin
Mhm.
stripes. I don't know. I need to figure out my striping, or do I just want to marl it? Because this also looks good.
See, I like a marl, but I'm biased on marl versus stripe. Like if it's a marl or a stripe, I almost always lean towards marl over a stripe.
So I don't know. And then I discovered that the two dark greens that I have aren't even the same. The top one is black emerald. These are the anemone lace base from Fireweed Fiber Co. The top one is black emerald and the bottom one is kale. And they're close, but not quite the same. And I didn't realize. My whites are the same. I have two of the latte. So I've
Okay.
got plenty of white. And this
So
just looks like a
maybe
puff,
it does
like
look
a
like a puff.
marshmallow.
Maybe your initial thought had been to marl it and then just hold the kale at the top and fade to the emerald, or emerald at the top and fade to the kale.
Yeah, I could do that.
That may have been your initial decision anyway.
And then I also have this variegated, but I don't even know if I'm going to use it in this project now. This is Vineyard at nighttime, so it's got the dark greens, but it also heads into like some pinky purples.
Yeah.
So this is a mohair lace base, and the pattern that I'm making is the Anemone Sweater, which just fits so well. And it's just like your
Okay.
ye old basic raglan sweater with mohair held double on giant needles. So it's just a big lacy, airy thing. Is this your swatch for the same thing?
Nice watch.
Swatch.
But I didn't use a mohair held double. I just used a single fingering weight skein.
So like it's
And that's
huge.
this is really like there's no shape to this.
No. There's a incredibly, I guess, because of the fiber type, it does shape this one.
Yeah. Like it's
That's
wildly
wild.
different.
Because like
Because
this
mine
sticks
is
out.
definitely more cobwebby,
And mine's
you
just
know?
like it's cobwebby, but it's like the fuzz fills it in.
Yeah, where you definitely don't get that fill in for mine. I have
Yeah.
no idea how I'm going to measure this swatch because it is too loose for me to pick up stitch definition. So that should be fun.
Send a picture with a ruler along it and I'll do my best.
Which I may have to do. I technically haven't washed it yet, so she needs a wash and a gentle block first. But it is fingering held on a 6 millimeter needle, so like I may honestly still have to go up a size of needle. Like I might not be loose enough.
Yeah, well, I'm mohair held double on a 6 millimeter and you knit tighter than I do.
I sure does. I sure
So I
does.
need to knit
So
way more swatch because I need to I've done the green and white marl now, but now I need to see like
I've done
how
a
do I
decent
feel
size
about the green and
swatch.
white stripes? How do I feel about the variegated? Like
No word of a
I
lie.
need to
Just, I need the measurements, and then I'm just gonna find like three fingering weight skeins of the same color and go. I don't
so
need to
I
make
need to
this
swatch a whole
sweater.
bunch to see what I want. But I since the
What
pattern
was
calls
it
for three
for?
strands of mohair held double and I have even enough to do that and I'm only doing two strands of mohair held double, I have plenty of yarn to play around with.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna fill around and get it right and make sure that I make a sweater that I'm gonna actually wear.
I just like the
And
idea of
then,
throwing it over a tank top. So I'm just like,
yeah, right? And then I'm probably gonna put it aside for a bit till the fall because I was trying to knit on it yesterday and sweaty hands and mohair is not a good feeling.
okay, okay. Well, I mean, I have to
But we're
leave
gonna
mine
have fall
aside to
for a
fall,
couple
but
of days
whatever.
this week, so I can
That'll
work on
help.
it a little bit.
That'll help.
But yeah, the sweaty hands and mohair, bad, bad
Bad
feel,
combo. Bad combo.
bad combo.
Oh, well, okay then. I guess that means I'm up again, hey? Let's
It
talk
does
more
indeed.
crochet.
I'll do a couple more rounds.
I am assembling the bag.
The bag.
The bag. So my obsession with crocheted scrap bags continues, and I'm working on a. Can I fold it in half so we can sort of start to get the sense of it? I'm working on a. It's gonna be awkward to hold up. A little kind of crochet market purse situation.
Very cute. Love the colors.
Very cute. So we did two strands of fingering superwash merino in pinks, held like pinky purples held together. And then we're doing the join as you go method. If anybody remembers the granny cottage core blanket of doom that took me forever to assemble, I have severe flashbacks to that right now
Mm-hmm.
because it's the same process. I started doing it. I was like, God, why do I feel like my soul's being sucked out of my body? Oh, wait, because I've done this before for a whole bit. Thank God this isn't that
Mm-hmm.
long. So it is constructed flat, and then the picture diagram has many pretty arrows and lines to show you how to fold it and seam it together from that point. But I'm at the point where I have two more squares to attach.
Neat.
Three more squares, three more squares to attach. And then I'm ready to fold it up and turn it into a purse, and then I can add the straps on the top. So we're closing in on a finish,
Nice.
which will be exciting. Because it should go something like, I think that's my fold point. So I just have to finish constructing the second half, second top piece, second top section, and then I'll have a cute little Percy bag thing situation going on,
That is so
which I'm
cute.
very excited about. It is the most complicated tote bag thing I've created. The rest of them have been much easier construction wise, so I'm enjoying the challenge. I am enjoying the challenge. So good. So there you go. Made some progress. I got three squares left. I have three squares. This was one of the things I worked on yesterday during the web sprints. I did a square and woven some ends. So we're closing in on an FO. So I should have an FO next for next week.
Nice.
Super exciting. It also means if you see that I'm not looking up but I'm looking down, it's because I'm assembling squares, peeps. I love you. I'm
Fair.
putting squares together.
Reasonable.
Reason I have no idea what the superwash is. The gray is probably Bernat Premium from the shape of the ball of yarn. It looks like a Bernat Premium tube to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I know. That's all I know. That's it. It's all the information I can give you. I'd even like the name of the pattern is something like Granny Square Market Bag or something. Hang on. You know what?
It'll be
Diana
linked
has
in
the
the show
link.
notes.
She'll have a link in the show notes. That's the best I can do for you people. All right. I'm worried. I can't hear her snoring anymore.
Oh
God,
no.
she might be awake. Okay. You are up, my dear. Where did I put my crochet hook? Ah, there it is.
All right. I have been diligently working on my sock that I took with me last week,
Oh, it's
week
just such the
before, I
perfect
guess, by your
colors.
perspective.
It's such the
And
perfect colors.
I did, and it's spiraling, and I will show you all of it in just a second. I am just finishing the last round before the heel. I am ready for a heel, and so I just need to do a couple more stitches and not drop them. And then I can hold this thing up, and I went too fast, and now I have to go slow. And this is why live demos are terrible.
I'm not sure how we
I
got to
dropped a
this is
stitch,
why live demos are terrible.
I dropped a stitch, and then I split the stitch, and then it's terrible. Everything's bad.
You were just stressing yourself out. You shouldn't have gone fast. You should have just gone at your regular pace and it would have been fine.
Yeah. All right. So here is the sock. And
I
it did
love
this
that pooling.
spirally thing. Look at this spiral.
I love that so much. It turned out
It's
so
so
cool.
bright. It's so bright. I have the little end sticking out here to remind me that this is the top of the foot.
Mm.
It's, oh my God, it's so bright. It's just, and then a bunch of the, oh my God, the yellow pooled on the bottom, and God, it's bright. It's so bright.
I'm just saying, come the middle of winter, those socks are going to make you feel so cheerful when you put them on.
Yeah, right? Like these are
It's going to be
just the
so
most
good.
cheerful thing ever in the sock drawer. And I
It'll be
have so
so
much
good.
more, and I'm so excited. So this,
So
yeah, was a
good.
sock set from Panda yarns.
Mhm.
Or was it even a set? Did I just pick a separate color that kind of went with it?
I don't remember. I think the Sea Panda was a set.
I I think it must be because there's
Think it
just a
was a
little hint
set?
of the this, not that you can see it on camera, but there's a little bit hit of a hint of the contrast greeny color in the center of the yellow. Anyway, this has been super fun. This is my standard vanilla sock pattern, so toe up. I'm gonna do a fish lips kiss heel.
Mhm.
And it's turning out so great. It's so bright and fun.
It just makes me want to cast on the sea panda yarn I have. See what it does.
The camera is
You know?
struggling.
You know? Oh no, it is. Like it's not having a good
This
time with that
is
yellow. It's not having
it
a
is
good
a
time with that yellow.
struggle. My goodness. It doesn't quite glow like this in real life, I swear. It looks a little bit radioactive. Anyway, that's the joyful thing that I've been working on while we record. And
Good.
I'm going to set about doing a heel, or rather, I'm going to knit across the top of the foot and then probably put that down and work on something else because I need just a smidge more brain cells to start a heel.
A smidge more brain cells.
Just a smidge, just like one or two more than I currently have.
Okay, that's fair. Well, the other things I worked on for the whip sprints were I pinned the side seams so I could sew my ancient Greek chieftain, and I knit a swatch for a sweater I had no intentions of casting on till I decided to knit a swatch. So the other thing I have to actually talk about is the sweater I started and worked on during the mid-month motivation with Louise. So if you guys don't know, if you know, you know. If you don't, Louise of Wildflower Wool and I meet up every other week on average. And in the middle of the month, we call it a mid-month motivation. And we talk about things that we're working on. And at the start of the month, we call it a check-in, and we've challenged ourselves to work on a work in progress and try to make progress or get a finish on the thing. So this time around, it was just a nice general sit and chat and knit and have a good night together. And I decided to work on the Elsa sweater, which is that white bottom-up sweater I casted on.
Mhm.
Because of course I did. I have massive due dates, so of course I need to cast things on. Oh no, we're stuck on my sewing machine.
Right. Putting that
No,
aside because
weird.
I need to do a heel now.
So this is the ever deflating ball of powdered snow Karen cake yarn. 80% acrylic, 20% wool for this blend. She's starting to get a little a
Little floopy.
little floppy. We're still not super floppy, but we're getting there. And I'm making progress on this bottom up sweater. This is my when I really don't want to think, but I want to make progress and feel good about it because I'm 15 stitches over 4 inches for gauge.
Well, that's
So
pretty loose.
I'm knitting this on an 8 millimeter needle to get that gauge. So it is very open, very drapey, very dreamy, and it means I work up progress real quick. Because I literally worked on it for like an hour with Louise, and I have like an inch worth of progress.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's coming. Oh, jeez, it's coming together real nice. Yeah, here's my progress keeper all the way down here. And I all I did was the work with Louise. So all of that body knitting for a 48-inch bust was just while I was chatting with Louise. So I only
Nice.
put in like an hour this week and I got an inch done. So it for me it's a great putter project because all the fun, interesting stuff is up around the neckline where we split for a very deep V. So I'm very intrigued by that and I can't wait to get it started. But for the moment, I need to do the boring part,
Roundy, roundy,
which is
roundy.
roundy, roundy, roundy. Good when I'm like editing and I'm waiting for things to process and importing and stuff, but oh man, it's boring to work on otherwise. I think it'll be really good with like my winter skirts and stuff, like or over my summer dresses in the fall.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I think it'll be really cute. However, you know, it's not finished and it's a cast on, so I need to have the field sweater done like at the end of the freaking month. I haven't even started.
Uh-huh. How's that going?
I gotta start tomorrow, whether I want to or not. It's gotta get done. Thankfully, it's for Erin, so I can just make a regular sized body length. And me and DK go pretty quick, so
Yeah.
I'm not super
I'm sure
worried
you can
about
whip that
it.
out.
But I need to get it casted on. And I need to I'm finished with the mistakes from our sweater that I was doing, the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater. All of those
Oh, yeah.
colossally fun. What in the world was I doing? Because it's samples, like it's gonna be good enough for photos, right?
Where did my brain go when I did this?
Where did my brain go when I did this? Because these aren't even the
It's obviously
instructions I
wrong.
wrote. These aren't even the instructions I wrote. Like I can't even follow my own instructions.
Oh, goodness.
It's not a good sign. It's going well, guys.
Yeah, super well.
Super well. All right. That's my last thing.
All right, then I will talk about my last thing. I picked up my summer solstice project,
Ooh.
which is a curls shawl in my hand spun yarn.
Oh, that's right. That was fun to wind for you. It's such a pretty yarn.
I'm very excited. And look at this. It's so fun. It's got the elongated stitches, so it's doing a pretty good job of showing off the yarn and like
It
the texture of
is.
it. It's very fun to work on. It feels very different than commercial yarn. Like it's commercially prepped fiber, but then I spun it into this thick, thin, very homespun kind of feeling stuff. This has been a very interesting texture adventure. And the gradient is gradienting,
The
which is
gradient is
what I hoped.
gradiating.
It's gradiating, yes, it's gradiating.
Okay.
So I'm very happy with this. And I'm excited to, I don't know if the colors work, but wouldn't this style-wise work with my that dress thing that I got at the Fiber Festival last year?
Oh,
The year
your
before?
leather apron kombucha lifestyle goodness.
Yeah, yeah, my Urban Alchemist kombucha lifestyle
Yeah,
dress.
yeah. That dress.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't it? Isn't that just like
Oh
I
my
don't know
God,
if the
that totally
colors are
would.
right, but the style is.
The vibe is correct. Whether or not the colors match well, you'll have
Yeah.
to hold it up, right? But
Yeah, I like this
maybe,
green definitely isn't right, but there's a bunch of other colors in this ball.
maybe.
Not that you can see them right now.
That's still
But I
like the
promise it goes
coolest,
through the rainbow and ends up in red, I swear.
the coolest non-yarn thing you've ever bought was
I haven't
that
worn that in ages. I should wear that again.
apron dress thing. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah. This
All
is
right,
so
see, now
cozy.
we've
It's
connected.
so squishy. It just is squish. It's
Oh,
so
so good.
squish.
So good. So good. I'm so excited. Excellent. Well, in
That
which
is
case,
which curls is that? I have the
it was the
pattern
first
right
curl
here.
book, right?
It was. Did I get the name of the thing? No, I did not. Okay. Well, I can show you the picture of it anyway. Maybe. Nope, not well. That's not working. Never mind.
Your text expertise is showing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did not get the name of.
That's
I
okay.
did not get the name of it.
You can get it
It's
for
one of the
show notes.
curls.
You can get it
Yep.
for the show notes. Yeah.
Squish. Anyway,
Good news
that's where
is,
that's at.
because it's been such a short turnaround time for us between recordings and lives, we're on to the unscripted Patreon now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, caveat, caveat,
Mm-hmm.
caveat. Patreon and Apple are having a thing,
Mm.
and Apple's forcing some changes. So that's forcing us to do some changes. So some of the price points are going to be changing in the next month and a bit here. So as we talk to you guys about Patreon members and what it does membership wise, we're not going to quote the prices because we are literally talking with the community now about what we're going to be raising them to and getting feedback from them right now at the moment. So it is a thing. It is an
Mm-hmm.
unfun thing, but it is a thing we have to do at this point. So we
Unfortunate.
it is the not fun, not exciting part.
Yeah.
However, I want to be as transparent as possible, so to let you guys know that things are changing prices wise. Not
And
all
not
of them,
immediately
just some
either,
of them.
like
And
at least a
no,
month out.
yeah, like they're not going to change till the 1st of November,
Yeah.
just so
So
that
I
we
imagine
we
we'll
all
change
have
around the
time.
same time.
We'll change at the same time. So if you are a
Anyway,
Patreon member and you're like, Jocelyn, what are you talking about? There's a post. You need to go check it out. We wrote it
don't
all up
panic,
for
you have
everybody.
time.
Don't panic, you've got some time. We don't have to make the changes till the 1st of November when Apple is forcing the changes on Patreon.
Lusai. Costs of
Lusai.
everything going up.
I tried to keep it as absolute bare minimum as possible.
We try. Life be expensive. Anyway.
Life be expensive. We do have fun and it is a great community thing, so it's worth the effort.
So if you would like to financially support us, you can do so at patreon.com/Northern Knits Podcast. Any level of support gets you access to our Patreon only Discord server where we talk about all kinds of stuff all the time. And it's a good time in there.
It is. There was
For
markets and knit cities in there this
Yeah,
weekend,
we
and
were all
people
about
are
the Knit City
traveling
this weekend.
home and amusement parks. We've been following a friend, and she's been on the summer road trip with her family.
Train dramas,
Oh yeah, there
whole
was train
thing.
drama today. I give everybody my to-do list today. Like I gotta call my mom today. It's her birthday. It's important.
It's very important.
It's important to call on her birthday. So I needs to do that today. But it's good, and we run yarn exchanges and there's advent calendar exchanges, and we share patterns and links and always help each other shop at yarn stores. There's always someone
We're
in the
very good at
thread
spending each other's money.
down to hang out with someone while they're in the yarn store shopping.
We're
We're good
very good
at
at
it.
spending people's money.
We're really good at spending all of our monies. We're good. Very
Yeah.
good at it. We're very good at it. Ah,
So
it's
if that
fun.
sounds like
I like
fun,
it.
patreon.com/Northern Knits Podcast.
I like our Patreon
We
group.
have our e-knittins for the higher tier patrons.
Yep. We've got quarterly fail-alongs streams starting up actually in October. We're gonna do our very first fail-along for a tier and up. Again, guys, I just can't get more specific because we don't have the prices finalized right now. So they'll be able to join us on a Patreon stream where me and Diana, I believe, are going to attempt embroidery. So we're gonna see
Yeah.
how we do.
I'm going to attempt embroidery longer than the 15 minutes I've spent on it doing stars
I
on that
have a
one thing.
dress. I have a dress that needs some mending. It has some small holes in it just from wear and tear. The dress itself is older than my niece, so it owes me nothing. It's my cobalt blue baby dress.
Oh, I know that one, yeah.
Yeah, so she needs minor repairs, which I need to do this month in September and getting her ready. And I've got some embroidery hoops and I've got embroidery floss. So I'm going to look up some basic, simple summer flower patterns. And I'm
Nice.
going
I
to
will pull out
embroider
one of these several kits
little
I've bought.
little flower patch. I'm going to make little embroidered flower patches to cover up and seal up the mendings that I need to do for that dress. So I'm really making it a flower 60s dress because it's going to have
Absolutely. Do it
embroidered
up.
flowers all over. I'm getting weirder in my old age. But it should be fun to watch me fail to do that for a while on Patreon stream. That should be good.
Yep.
Oh boy.
It'll be a good time.
It'll be a good time.
So yeah, come join us. It's a good time.
Absolutely. If you can financially support us, liking, subscribing here on YouTube, commenting, and interacting with us on social media is a great way to show us what you're working on. Oh, things and stuff and stuff and things. All right, we just had to do whip sprints. We had to do it relatively early because someone forgot to tell me she was traveling to Manitoba at the end of the month for a family anniversary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody has no sense of time.
Mhm. Uh-huh. So we made a quick pivot. So there'll be no whip sprints on the 31st. We had to do it this past weekend.
On the plus side, it does mean we will be in person for our live episode on the first of the month,
We will be in
first
person the
Sunday of the
1st of
month,
September. Yes, we will.
whatever that date is. The first Sunday of September.
The
Our live
first.
episode will be, oh, good. It is actually the first.
The actually it's September the 1st. Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
our live will be together, which is always fun when that happens. Mostly because there's the mad dash to get the Hudson Bagel Tom Morgan coffee combo that is the traditional staple for
It
us
it is required.
when we film, like when we do stuff together. So we have a to do for the day. We still have the Enid in for this month. It'll be happening this coming Saturday. So all Patreon members at the current $5 tier and up will be invited to come join a Discord video hangout, where we literally pop in and out and hang out all Saturday afternoon and craft together and chat about what's going on as it happens. The summer solstice continues. The fall equinox is very quickly approaching.
It
So
is. I may have been motivated.
deadlines do that to us. So if you are working on a summer solstice craft, getting excited to get that all wrapped up and finished and get ready for your fall equinox craft. Oh, things and stuff and stuff and things. The Little Long, which is the librarian themed something for yourself, will wrap up at the end of the year. Diana and I are conveniently forgetting to work on that till we get closer to the deadline because that's how we function.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we function. It's just how she rolls. So
Oh
that's going
God,
on.
it's fine.
Everything else, bonus content, Stardew Valley, gaming sessions for YouTube members, that is all stuff that appears as soon as we've got time for it. I am working on a post for additional content for YouTube memberships when we get that many memberships. So we reach a goal and then we'll start producing different content for it. So that's got to go out for the YouTube community here. I think that's it.
I
I
think that's
can't.
everything.
Have I forgotten any background news? Quick, Asa, have I forgotten anything? I can hear her
If we've
now
forgotten
yelling at the
anything,
computer.
leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments. Remind me on Discord. What did I forget this time? Oh, Lord. Which is good. It means I can say great. So until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to
Don't
knit.
forget to knit.